All right, how's it going, everybody? This is Ismortah. One sec. And we're back. And this evening, during my 7 p.m., in this case, board game stream, we're showing you some Star Wars Legion. This isn't an unboxing video, even though I'm showing you a box. What I'm showing you is the assembled components you get out of this Legion pack, which I'll go into in a sec. And of course, if you like what you see, be sure to comment and follow here on twitch.tv/Ismortah. And if you've missed the live stream, no worries, you can catch this and all of my previous videos starting the following day on YouTube at Shadow Balance Games. Take a seat and let's take a look at what we got here. So what we're looking at is Star Wars Outer Rim Battles Terrain Pack. And you see why the graphic looks a little different. It's because this is the 2.0 refresh of Star Wars Legion. Now, I don't know anything about the refresh. I'm assuming maybe they've updated rules, as well as I've seen Atomic Mass Games has been re-releasing models they've done before, and, you know, they might be souping up the bases, and like I said, updating the rules, re-releasing stuff, but just like with X-Wing, I'm personally not interested in rebuying models I already have. But what I was really excited about is the fact that with this new refresh of Star Wars Legion, they're finally making terrain for the game. And what I mean by terrain isn't just like some cosmetic, hey, look, you have cool objectives, but actually stuff you can use to navigate combat, just like Shatterpoint. The fact that you have walls and buildings, stuff to hide behind, block line of sight. That's what I'm looking for. So that's what we're excited to pick this up, because you can use these walls and other objects on the ground, just like the rules that you would see in Star Wars Legion 1.0, which is light cover and heavy cover. And are you blocking line of sight? So that's what I'm showing you right now. It's just what you get out of the Outer Rim Battles Terrain Pack and the things you can do with all these pieces. So what you see here is the back of the box. This gave a good overview of all the different pieces you get and how they work and how you can have them look when you paint them up all cool like this. And so, like I said, what's interesting is not only do you have some objectives you see here, moisture farming and asteroids, but the fact that you also have pieces you can use as light cover, meaning if you just touch it, you get cover. Heavy cover, same thing if you touch it, but you could also potentially block line of sight if you're behind. But then what's really, I think the coolest part of this is all of these walls, and they're segmented, so you can set it up without gluing however you want, and they do stand up pretty sturdy, like you see here. And you can make any configuration you want, and you can create rooms, you can create hallways, you can create little mazes, so enemies have to go single file. It's pretty interesting. So you can just create a environment that suits your battle type. And I don't expect this to be a long video by any means. I just want to show you what's cool about this product. And so you see here you have walls that bend to the left and right. You have some straight segments. You can just use your imagination on how to set that up. Again, you have a large vertical corner wall piece, two ground pieces, like I say, used for light cover, and then some objectives you can use. Then what I have out here are assembled, non-painted plastics from the box to show you sort of like what you can do with all these pieces. You see, you can set up a configuration with a tight room, a tight turn. You have to go single file to come in to pick up objectives. While at the same time, because you have the walls, you're blocking line of sight until you get into the room. You can create long hallways between rooms. It's like you have a whole bunker setup, like you're inside a bunker and navigating around or something. Here is one with a different type of objective in a smaller room. But there's a lot of different configurations you can do, which is pretty cool. Here's an example if you have an objective near light cover. So like even if you had this in a battle, like you could say like these are the 3 different zones you could score, and trying to navigate around killing people to get to it. It's pretty cool. Now you might want to open this up a little bit, because Legion, unlike for example Shatterpoint, uses armies and not singular units. This is like be more for like a strike team of like 2 or 3 guys going in. But it's just so cool that now they have walls. Before I was using, like, they've came out with maps before for the look of terrain instead of having pretty girls, but they didn't have objects to block and provide different types of cover. Like I said, they had objectives, they had terrain maps, but they actually have objects in place to make combat more interesting. It's pretty cool. So I'm excited about that. Excited to see also if they make more terrain sets in the future as well. This is just the only one I've came across. It could be other ones that are already out or coming out soon. But very exciting. I definitely recommend picking it up because it just makes the combat more dynamic than attacking the British. You just have a line of guys that shoot each other. The fact that you have to be tactical and when you go into a room or to shoot and hide so you don't take return fire, that sort of thing. And that is it. I'll do another close-up of some of these pieces to get a better look, but the back of this box, I feel like this does justice with all the color. You can really pop and see what you can do with all these different pieces. You can see, the walls, they stand up on their own. They're not leaning on anything, which is pretty cool. Do different configurations. So we got the mouse droids. More configurations. The inside of this corner is actually pretty cool. You can see here the fact you actually have it looks like a Beskar case under that light. It's pretty cool. If you didn't notice that. Which you can also use as a scoring objective, potentially. And then here's that other light covered terrain pieces. Pretty cool. Well, definitely if I come across any future terrain stuff, I'm really excited just because I already have a lot of armies for Legion. Like I said, I'm not interested in getting into 2.0 anything, but the terrain pieces, I am a fan. So if parties are listening, I hope they make more of these. That's pretty cool. Well, thanks for watching. Again, this is Ismortah. I'll have, like I said, I'll let you know when I hear about more interesting Legion stuff, especially the terrain. I do expect to have more KDM promo models to show that I've recently assembled. Of course, there's new Destiny stuff coming out, especially this Tuesday with Rights to the 9. And other things going on in Destiny I'm trying to complete. So a lot of cool content coming up. If you want to see what's around the corner, be sure to check out X at Shadow Balance to see my schedule and what content I've planned. I typically announce it like a few days or a week ahead of time. Well, thanks for watching. Again, this is Ismortah, and I will catch you next time, and may the 4th be with you.